Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West, where we have just thrown an industrial-sized spanner into Silence's plan to sacrifice the Tenakth by having Regala win the Civil War, take over and bring the Tenakth to the Zenith base and essentially have them all wipe themselves out, providing a distraction so he can get in and execute his master plan. This means that we are now the only show in town, and Silence has no option but to work with us, which means he's had to come crawling back to Aloy with his Zenith shield disrupting tech in tow. And he's not particularly happy about it. Tough titty.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
Yep, that's right. We're basically as prepared as we're going to be. This is it.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
And that's the game's way of telling you, are you absolutely sure you want to continue, because there's really no going back from here.
Alright, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute?
Yeah, that doesn't include you, Tilda. We don't trust you that much yet, so off you go. Make yourself scarce.
Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Yeah, we need Tilda, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Well, we kind of do have to trust her, and that's the problem, because you can only be betrayed by somebody that you trust.
Okay. Almost time to go after Beta and Gaia. Might be good to check up on everyone first.
But we can limit the amount of damage that she can possibly do by limiting the amount that she knows. Same applies to Silence, actually. Although, I know I can at least trust Silence to do whatever is best to get the Zeniths defeated. The trick with Silence is just making sure that we remain his only best option.
I cleaned it already.
Speaking of Silence, I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've actually met him face to face.
Don't mention it.
And there's a whole bunch of questions I still have for him. So before we commit, let's get that particular itch scratched.
Did you need something? Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation at the Hades Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, Silence plans everything out in meticulous detail, but he doesn't know everything.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, you just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
I also want to talk to Tilda, because this is going to be the last chance I'm going to have to speak to her in detail and try to get a better sense about her motivations. Things are about to get really busy, and we're not going to have an awful lot of time for idle chit-chat.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
This whole time Tilda's been blowing smoke up my ass, telling me what a great person I was. I thought it was just flattery in an attempt at manipulation, but she might actually mean it.
why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Farzineth, not who I truly am.
At the same time, though, she's working too hard to get me to trust her.
What else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Yeah, I still don't 100% trust her. But I do believe she's on our side. Right, let's get this show on the road.
Aloy,
Where are the others?
not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be Spectres guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only. Aloy. We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Alright, kids. This is it.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Fortunately, it's not a stealth section, otherwise I'd be screwed already. Plenty of loot lying around here, by the way. A whole bunch of machines with the Spectres. Spectres ahead. There's some concealment down here. Yeah, the Spectre patrols are keeping the machines out.
Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Right, let's get this thing scanned. More than one? I'm only seeing one. But it sounds like there's more than one of them. There's got to be another one wandering around here somewhere. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay. Let's check these things out. Trying to hold the focus on them. That one should do. Vector thrusters, plasma units.
Anytime you're ready.
Hold still. Alright, let's try again. Looking for a weak spot that will do the most damage. It's awkward trying to hold the focus on a target when it's wandering past a whole bunch of other things that the focus is trying to lock onto. Let's try again. Right. Nanoplate, detachable, removes an ability. Ah, okay.
I'll follow you in.
Oh, I wasn't fully stocked up on ammunition. Oh, I hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the arse later. Anyway, let's go. Good hit.
Hit the weak spot.
I'm not doing the full stealth thing here. You know, sitting in a bush, taking one shot, waiting for it to lose interest and repeating. We're going in hard. I just want to get these things down as quickly as possible. That's one taken care of.
You need some ammo? Come here.
Oh yeah, I'm with a companion now, so if I do start running out of ammo, Erend will toss me more. It looked like, I think Erend hit the frost bellow back. But yeah. Oh, that was handy.
Give me your back.
Whoa! Oh, these things are remarkably dangerous in close quarters combat. Was that... yeah. It wasn't enough of a blast to cause this thing to enter the brittle state, but it certainly helped. Oh, crap. Dodge that. actually, while it's... when it pops up those shoulder-mounted cannons, you can shoot them off and actually use it against them, but they do not stay up for long. You only get the opportunity to target them when they're shooting at you, and when they're shooting at you, you don't want to be standing still, aiming at them.
Find anything?
Yeah.
And I can't rely on Erin to keep my ammo stocked up, so I am going to loot these things. Try to get as much volatile sludge in particular as possible, because that's the limiting factor in making sharp shot or advanced precision arrows for the sharp shot bow. Yeah, I'm down to 4 left. Okay, that's enough to make 25 more arrows, and I am going to need more than that.
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
Yeah, I saw an opening up there next to the dead, was that a dreadwing? That thing up there. Dreadwing or a stormbird.
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
I can see how I'm getting over there. I just jump and glide with the shield wing, but Erin's basically carrying a sack of bricks on his back.
Thinks it here.
So I don't see how he's going to make that all this jump, unless I'm supposed to make some kind of route for him. But if so, surely I've gone too far ahead, because there's no way he's getting over that first gap.
Yeah. I'm not really built for climbing.
Unless
Sorry, Erend.
the game's just going to pull a fast one on me again, and he's just going to teleport to me. Yeah, there he is. Erend, would you care to share? Has he clearly found an easier route? Okay, oh, we've got more spectres.
Oh, it's not gonna work in my
Okay,
favor.
but it's very rare to find them alone. They usually patrol in at least groups of 2. So there's one. Let's get its track highlighted. There is just one of them. All right, I'll take it.
Aloy's under attack! Cover her!
Hit it again!
Firing!
Live long.
Feel free to get stuck in anytime you like, Erend. Oh, dodge that shit! Didn't dodge that shit. Oh, Erin's getting stuck in. Yeah, you keep it occupied. I'll kill it.
Thing needs melting down.
Ah, it turned. Oh, dodge that shit as well. You see what I mean about the shoulder-mounted cannons? In theory, you can knock them off,
Better than any Oseram.
but you don't want to be standing still with them shooting at you. Although, you notice they're still highlighted because it died with the cannons deployed. So even after it's died, you can actually detach the cannons, pick them up and use them as a portable heavy weapon. Wouldn't be an awful lot of point now though, because there's nothing else to kill. And I'm not... One thing that you can't do with portable heavy weapons is climb or jump. Stuff like this.
Tired yet?
Now I spotted... There it is. Metal flower up here when I was scanning earlier. So let's see what this is finding.
Clear those weeds.
It might just be loot, but it could also be the way through.
Hey,
Well, it looks like a way through. I don't know if it's the way through, but it might be a safer way. Whoa, spectres. Now would be a good time for some of that covering fire Zoe was talking about. Oh yeah, good stuff. Thanks, guys.
This one, Aloy! Keep moving!
But I want to... Actually, she's right. There's not a lot of point. I can't get up there to loot it. Nice shooting silence. Well, after tangling with a couple more spectres on the way, we're almost there. More importantly, so are Alva and Catalo, with the explosives at the regulator.
Alva and Catalo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on, come on.
What is
It turns out that the dirty little secret that Aloy and Beta had been keeping to themselves was to create an army to fight for us using the Zenith's own resources by having Beta release Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
And now it can crank out machines to its heart's content. Get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Yeah, I think that ship's already sailed, Aloy.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Yeah, that is the one downside of the plan. But I guess we'll just have to cross that bridge when we come to it.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one regret.
What is it?
We had to do all this climbing.
Of course, the Spectres are just one line of defense that the base has.
That a big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
We still have to deal with the Zeniths. But that's where that thing on Aaron's back is going to come in. I guess we're going down in order to get through that gap in the rocks. And one thing about this game that I do know from bitter experience is that standing up in the safety of the ledge and scanning for threats down below would be a complete waste of time, because the Focus has a nasty habit of not revealing any potential threats until you've committed yourself.
Guess not all the Spectres are fighting our machines.
Ah, now that made it nice and easy.
Plasma will make a quick look at it.
Sure enough, there's at least one of them down here. So, pulse cannon. Usable weapon. But I'm going to have to blow away the armor plates before I can actually hit the pulse cannon. Or wait for it to deploy. Oh, there is another one. Yeah, let's get back into concealment. Highlight this one. That one's walking past the... Yeah. See, it was walking past the dead fire bella back, and I could have used that to set it on fire, but...
Well, should we go for it, Aloy?
Hang on. Something's alerted them. I think Zoe and Silence are giving us some covering fire again. Okay, let's top up my ammo. Try to hit a weak spot. Whoa, I think that qualified. I must have hit something critical.
This'll help.
And we are getting covering fire. That was another good hit. Right, it's about to... Yeah, it sees me now. There go the pulse cannons. Yeah, they're nasty. Get the fire bella back. There we go. Set it on fire. Not terribly vulnerable to fire, but better than nothing. Come on, one more good hit. Yeah. Got it. Alright, should be clear to cross now. It's salvage. Particularly, I need volatile sludge so I can keep making these advanced precision arrows. I've got enough for now. I'm not critically low. Enough to top up my ammunition pouch at least. It looks like we're going up that way. I'm not seeing any other way through. How am I getting up there? Is there a grapple point or something I can latch onto?
I think they can handle it.
I think I'm going to have to jump across. Probably have to use the shield wing to glide the last bit. Oh yeah, this should be easy enough.
Big jump.
Aaron's carrying a 60 kilogram weight on his back, but yeah, he can make that jump, no problem. Looks like we're going this way. I'm a little
Now to the left.
concerned that we haven't actually seen any of the Zeniths yet.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now.
The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Yeah, just one minor problemette
Hit the weak spot.
before we get there.
Here we go.
The frickin' Spectre. Trying to
Good
aim
work,
for
everyone.
yep,
Let's go.
gaps in the armor plates. Okay. The problem where the Zeniths themselves are concerned is, well, it's not so much their shields. I mean, that is a problem, but that's where Silence's shield disruptor comes in. But it doesn't have unlimited range, so we're kind of going to need to get them all into one place. Pretty sure we only get one shot out of it as well.
Whoa. Look at all this Zenith space stuff.
So we're kind of relying on the Zenith's overwhelming sense of arrogance and superiority.
Yeah, this place is gonna come down around our ears. All the moves.
The guy who doesn't have to carry much.
They'll come for us.
I know they're in no particular rush to come out and fight us personally. Not because they're scared of us, they think we're just a bunch of uneducated savages. They're just lazy. And they're relying on their Spectres to do that for them. But now that their Spectres are engaged, they're not really going to have an awful lot of choice.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Catalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
And, I mean, with the exception of Eric Visser, none of them have any military training. They're all financiers and hollow stars. So we're kind of counting that despite their overwhelmingly advanced technology, they're going to want to rely on safety in numbers and all stick together, and oh shit, something's happening. Yep, here they come, all in one nice, tightly packed group.
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence! Zenith inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless! You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing? Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
Yeah. Can you remember what that feels like? You're about to.
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I fail to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
I noticed Tilda's shield was gone too, which is surprising. I thought she'd have taken care to ensure she was out of range of the disruptor when it went off.
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy, we're... Time I see filth. Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network!
Just do the best you can.
Oh yeah, I'd almost forgotten about that. Alva's responsibility, now that she and Katalo have blown the regulator,
Promising.
is to get into the Zenith's network and find out anything that Tilda wasn't... Oh shit! Wasn't sharing with us. Yeah, Gerard and Eric escaped, didn't they?
We got some unfinished business, little girl.
He doesn't have his shield anymore though, does he? This might actually be a fair fight.
I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You're gonna wish you had one.
I think you're going to find that you do. But I definitely need to get some distance on him. Right, let's get my Valor Surge up, because I haven't actually used it this far. Get some increased range damage done. Oh, oh! He's firing traps. He is. Okay. Headshot City. He's armoured up, so I'm going to need to remove the head armour before I can start doing significant damage to him. Where did he go? There he is. Wait, no, that's not him. God damn it, I don't want to waste the Valor Surge. Where is he?
I'm taking
There he
you
is.
down.
Whoa, dodge that crap. Yeah, plasma attacks, which is what the Zenith Gauntlet weapon does, amongst many other things. Always, no, get away from that. And I can do plasma attacks with some of the ammunition on my sharpshot bow, but it's not like what you might think of as plasma. You know, like Romulan plasma weapons from Star Trek, which are basically just phasers or disruptors or whatever, just with a slightly different colour. Here in this game, they're a damage over time effect that decays away into an explosion. Oh, his helmet's off. Headshot time.
Just need to find my way in
And
there.
yeah, I know I'm running into a shock trap that he just laid, but one more headshot and he's down. Totally worth it.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Oh, Zoe. This one's yours.
Now we're having fun, right?
Yeah, Zoe earned that one. Payback for Val. Yeah, they don't need to say anything. They both know.
You okay?
I will be. In time. Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're alright.
Yeah, Zoe's not so much of a happy, clappy, hippie, trippy hippie now, is she? So, Gerard's the only one left, right? But he's no fighter. He relied on Eric to do all the heavy lifting for him.
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have.
Well, I mean, climbing isn't going to be much of a problem. But I'm kind of curious as to... I mean, you know, satisfying though it was, the fight against Eric didn't feel like an endgame boss fight. And Gerard's the only Zenith left. And Gerard's a manager, he's not exactly endgame boss fight material.
Erend, is everyone alright down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few specters.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis. Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out. If she's okay.
It's interesting that right as I was saying how Gerard doesn't strike me as endgame boss fight material, Aloy said there's only Tilda and Gerard left. Not, there's only Gerard left. Oh, I'm getting a bad feeling. And what's this Nemesis thing? Something that the Zeniths were afraid of. And they're not planning on staying on Earth? But I thought their whole plan was to reboot Earth using Gaia. I mean, that's the assumption that we've been working from all along, right? But hang on a minute. Why do we think that the Zenith's plan is to reboot Earth using Gaia, to wipe everything out and start again, building Earth to their own specifications? Where do we get that particular piece of intelligence from? We got that from Beta. But Beta doesn't have unrestricted access to the Zenith systems. That was kind of the whole point. That's the way she was raised. So where did she get that information from? That's what Tilda told her. Everything that we think we know about the Zenith's motivations, why they left Sirius, what they're back on Earth for, we only know because either Tilda told us or Beta told us. And Beta only told us what Tilda told her. And nobody told anybody anything about something called Nemesis.
Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files, anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there. The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
Tilda, you got anything that you'd like to say to us?
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia. So you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door!
Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
Well, that answers the question I had about the endgame boss fight. Be careful what you wish for.
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
So Tilda was the bad guy all along.
I better scan that thing first.
Yeah, I really should. I've never seen one of these things before. I don't know where its weak spots are or what they do. Okay, that's probably the best I'm gonna... Whoa, that thing claps. That's probably the best I'm gonna get. It's highlighted weak spots. I don't know what they do. I don't really have time to stand here and find out what they do. Get away from that.
Spectre was designed to survive against
Can I get... No, I can't get any more distance. Okay, there's a shield up around the stairs. So we're stuck in here with it. Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to start picking away at the things that have been highlighted as weak spots. How am I doing? Oh, dodge that shit. 13 shots left. But I've got enough volatile sludge to keep making more on the fly.
Sticks and stones.
Okay, that wasn't a particularly great shot, but every little helps. Oh, don't know what that is, but I want to stay away from it. Come on, hold still. No.
I can target its gold plating.
Yeah, I'd figured that much out for myself, Aloy. I'm probably going to need to scan it again at some point. Ah, good hit. I'm kind of working on the assumption here. You see, there's like... Okay, I missed it. But when you hit the gold plating, it counts as a weak spot, so you do increase damage, and then it reveals exposed circuitry underneath. Whoa, I need to get away from that. That's my working theory. Oh wow, this thing closes the distance just as quickly as a regular Spectre. I mean, there is cover here, but it's all destructible. And I'm going to run out of it sooner rather than later. There we go. Another gold plate and weak spots. Probably revealed something underneath I can target.
You cannot.
5 shots left. I mean, I've got... Whoa! I don't know what that is, but I do not want to get hit by it. And then I got hit by it. Yeah.
You're not taking me, Tilda!
I just got to keep moving.
Oh, that thing's fast.
Yes, it is fast, Aloy. It's faster than you.
Activate!
Oh! And it... I mean... This would be a lot easier if it would just stand still. Oh! Ow! I'm burning through healing berries here. I've got one shot left. I'm going to need to either switch ammo or make some fresh stuff. Yeah, let's stick with the advanced precision arrows. They're doing the trick.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
I shouldn't run out of ammo. I've just got to keep hitting it. And dodging its ranged attacks. And not let it get within melee range. Yes! Okay. Can I loot it?
It's over.
Yes, I can.
Just like I chose.
Alright, nothing especially good. Looks like Tilda rejected when it blew up. Is she alive? Doesn't look like it.
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith's shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
I'll say this for Silence. You might not agree with his methods,
Found her.
but he's rarely wrong.
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
And he's nothing if not predictable, because the one thing that Silence will always do is what's best for Silence. And if that happens to be what's best for the human race as a whole, well, that's just a happy coincidence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
But the only reason Silence wouldn't get on that shuttle is if he thought there was a chance.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh, Are you sure?
And if Silence thinks there's a chance, there might actually be one.
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
Although I'm sure he's keeping that shuttle in his back pocket just in case he does end up actually needing it.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope it's really over this time.
Yeah, errand about that. Oh, let them enjoy their victory while it lasts. Time enough for bad news later. And that, kids, well, that was Horizon Forbidden West.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. The ingenuity to solve any problem. The courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
So it turns out the Zeniths were even bigger shitheads than we first imagined. I mean, they might not have been responsible for the events of the previous game, with the resurrection of Hades and the attempted extinction of all life on Earth, but something that they created was responsible for the resurrection of Hades and the attempted extinction of all life on Earth. And they led it right to Earth. The selfish pricks. So, yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to the third game in the series. I mean, they have to do a third game in the series because this was amazing. And it kept me guessing right up until the very end. But I mean, the clues were all there. I'm sure somebody figured it out, but I didn't. What a game. You've got to wonder, though, how the hell are they going to deal with Nemesis when it arrives in a couple of years? Because the clock's ticking. And Nemesis was able to wipe out the Zenith colony on Sirius in a matter of hours. And the Zeniths were equipped with 31st century technology. And sure, we now have access to the Apollo database because it's on the Odyssey in orbit. The Zeniths had a copy of it, one that Ted Faro didn't wipe out. But if 31st century technology wasn't enough to even slow Nemesis down, I'm not entirely sure exactly what kind of help we can expect from 21st technology, such as that stored in Apollo. But whatever Guerrilla Games come up with for the plot of the third game, I'm sure it's going to be plausible. And if it's half as good as the plots of the first and the second game, it's definitely going to be worth waiting for. I mean, on the one hand, I was thinking, well, Zenith's a machine intelligence, and even though the people of Earth now do have access to the Apollo database and all that 21st century tech, but Earth is still essentially locked in a pre-industrial technological society. So exactly how much damage could a machine intelligence do? Because there's nothing for it to hack. You can't override a spear or a bow and arrow, can you? But then I very quickly remembered, well, actually, yeah, there is a huge amount of technology still lying around on Earth, isn't there? There's all the machines. Hephaestus has escaped back into the Cauldron network, and then you've got the machine cauldrons themselves. So, yeah, there's all kinds of ways that Zenith could co-opt existing tech on Earth to scour the planet clean of humanity. So, whatever Aloy and Silence come up with for the third game, it's going to have to be good. But I'm confident that Guerrilla Games are entirely capable, based on existing evidence of the first two games, entirely capable of rising to the challenge. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I have, and let's face it, if you're still sticking around at this point, you've enjoyed it too. I know that these videos never do the same kind of numbers as my World of Tanks and World of Warships videos, and I honestly don't care, because I have thoroughly enjoyed playing this game, and I've really enjoyed putting these videos up. And I even managed to get it all done just in time for the release of Star Wars Outlaws, which I know isn't going to be anywhere near as good as Horizon Forbidden West has been. But, you know, as long as it's just not completely shit. Oh, it's going to be such a letdown after playing this. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. That was Horizon Forbidden West. I'd say I hope you've enjoyed it, but if you're watching this, I know you have. And, well, what can I say? Have yourselves a great day, take care, and I'll catch you next time.